Hey guys, just want to give you guys a quick update video to know what's going on here, Botcon wise, sales wise, and you'll excuse me if you can hear the fan in the background. It's Florida, it's June. I'd spontaneously combust without it. So excuse the fan while I make noise of my own. First and foremost, I really got to thank somebody here. You'll excuse me if I look toward the computer a lot for this video. It's where all the notes are. It's faster than writing it down. Firestreak Rodimus Per. That's the YouTube name. I assume that's Rodimus Prime condensed. But Firestreak Rodimus Per was nice enough to send me this thing, which for Kamen Rider fans will know that is a Final Form Ride Kuga. For Transformer fans, it's basically a transforming Kamen Rider. They did it like 1, 2, 3, 9. They did 9 of these last year, and for some reason, this is my only one. So I have no idea what. I don't know what possessed them to be nice enough to randomly send it to me, but I thank him greatly because it's a really cool toy. And now, except I want to go out and get more of them. And it's really weird because I was just talking to a few friends on the Kamen Rider thread over at TFW 2005. I've been in this really big mood lately to accessorize this thing because all I have are the 10 cards it came with. So I had one guy cool enough, Five Gods Dragon, or FGD, sent me a bunch of Ganbarai cards to activate sounds in that thing. Kuga came with one, and Firestreak was nice enough to throw in an extra card for there. I don't even think he knew that conversation. He just randomly sent me the extra card, so very cool of him to do that. I feel like I'm starting to build up a deck now. And I'm getting ready to review something else that's going to require that toy. So, in preparation, I've been experimenting a little. These aren't real cards. These are ones I printed out and created myself. Little duplicates, since a lot of these are hard to come by. Index card stock, folded over, glued together. Very sturdy, thicker than the actual cards. But on camera, they're fairly indistinguishable here. So that's going to be a much nicer video, and I'm not going to get any names wrong this time for the billion people that remind me that I got one of the pictures wrong the last time. Not going to happen again. I'm a little bit more educated now. So yeah, that's my Kamen Rider rant. For my Rider fans out there, I'm going to have something special Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, you guys have been waiting on me to do another one of those reviews, so I'm going to do that. For my Transformer brethren, however, there's a little bit more to discuss here. Botcon 2010, less than 2 weeks away, and I am seriously jazzed for this. I mean, I'm seriously cannot wait. Now, like, I just need to get this off my chest here a minute. The exclusives this year, FunPub's done a really good job of screwing with our heads. I mean, because everything they've done this year have been really obscure throwbacks to old toys. I mean, they were easy enough before to figure out. Okay, Rapido comes out, new head, awesome. Okay, Sharkticons for Skybite. That's the true builder this year. Fine, figure that out. They come out with the deluxes. There's a Shattered Glass Ravage. I don't know why. I don't care. I'm thrilled we're getting it. Though that Ravage mold looks way too mean for Shattered Glass Ravage. I think that's unfair. But yeah, they pretty much softballed everything so far. I mean, what's been leaking out of China, it's been easy to piece together. Then this weird Beast Wars 10th Megatron thing comes up, and it's blue and neon green and bright purple, red and silver accents, and to be quite frank, it looks ass. Not a fan. Weirdly enough, it also has translucent plastic on it, and people are starting to piece this together. Apparently, this is the Lost Firecon from G2. See, over in Europe, They repainted 2 of the old Firecons from G1, the little mini Sparker toys, but they left Cindersaur out for some reason. The repaints for G2, on the other hand, they both used green, purple, and they both used a shade of translucent plastic. One red, one yellow. So this one, it gets translucent blue. I foresee problems with it because it looks like there are translucent blue pieces ball jointed into translucent blue pieces. Traditionally, that wears down very, very fast. I'm going to be very hesitant to keep it in beast mode very long. Yeah, you can kind of infer I'll still be getting it. I'm a sucker. But it really threw me off because that means one of the 2-packs this year is going to have 2 deluxes. I was expecting 1 deluxe and 1 Voyager each like they did last year. So it looks like they're saving back budget for an Ultra, which I'm kind of excited over because it looks like it's going to be Double Punch from the Energon Scorponok mold. Maybe not Double Punch. I'm thinking more along the lines of Shattered Glass Scorponok, since they usually sometimes they like to go to the Action Masters. And honestly, the other trick Shattered Glass does is, okay, we'll do the Rival. The Rival, and on the Autobot and the Decepticon side, we'll switch colors. They do that a lot, but Scorponok in Fort Max, grays and blue, boring as hell. Can't do that. No, not at all. So yeah, if they do that, I'm okay with it. If it's got a new head, I love it. If it doesn't, should have been Omega Supreme. Sorry. If you're going to do a UK Action Master at that size class, you got to take the Cybertron Menasor mold, you got to turn it into Omega Supreme. That's the only way. That's the only way it's fair. But yeah, it really threw off my expectations because I seriously thought after seeing the Shattered Glass Wheeljack, it's not Slicer, I'm telling you guys, I really expected to see Shattered Glass Galvatron because it's a mold that hasn't been used for Botcon. It would require a remold, which, since Wheeljack wouldn't be remolded, room in the budget, and it would be a good counterpart. It'd be a great toy to produce. Not happening. At least not yet, anyway, and it really upsets me. I was really gearing myself up for Galvatron, and not gonna happen. That's a letdown. That's one I'm willing to accept. This set is really just... It's interesting. I mean, it's certainly not boring. Last year's set was boring. Very, very boring. This year, you can't say that. I mean, the colors are garish as hell, but at least it's different. At least it's eye-catching. Even if your eyes are bleeding, it's eye-catching. And I think the awesomeness of a modern G2 breakdown and a new Skybite, the Sharkticon Troop Builder, I think there's so much coolness factor in this year's set. I can overlook something as random as Cindersaur, if that proves to be what it is. I think there's going to be some, like, the original teaser said, okay, they're gonna save, you know, basically they're gonna save the future, like they're Rosanna or something, and very few of you will actually get that reference. But think of this: it's Euro G1 toys, it's Euro Action Masters, it's Lost Generation 2 toys, it's RID Skybite, and they kept saying Lost Generation, and really all of these toys. I mean, none of them really represent G2 very well, but all of them are lost generations in that they don't get homaged and they don't get fiction. A lot of these toys, they don't even have fiction originally. So this is the first time that any of them are actually going to have any kind of backstory, any kind of history to them. And it looks like they're taking advantage of that, because the future of most of these toys was Generation 2, hence G2 Redux. The line was never meant to be G2. This is some mythical battle where they are fighting to keep Transformers alive in some metaphorical sense, because at the time they were the only Transformers around. 1992, around when all these toys were available in Europe, very iffy time in Transformers. Nothing new here in America at all. Japan was pretty much giving up. Europe, the only place you could get new toys anymore. So awesome. So I actually think that's quite a clever way of bringing it around. They're fighting to get, you're fighting to keep Transformers alive. Apparently they won because G2 came about. Cindersaur apparently died in the process, but his brothers made it anyway. See, that's the kind of thing going through my head right now, because as a story writer myself, I kind of piece these things together, and I just cannot help but figure out what goes where and what kind of things to pick up on. And I go back to the computer here so I can look something up, because the next thing I need to bring up is the sale. I wanted to update everyone on the sales so far, and if you've bought something from me, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That you guys blew me away. I mean, I didn't expect to sell nearly as much as I have. My budget for Botcon is looking a lot bigger than I ever dared hope that it would. And I thank you greatly for that. And whether you've... for everyone who's made this possible, I mean, whether it's watching a video, whether it's clicking an ad when I'm advertising a website, whether it's telling your friends about my channel, whether you bought something from me, whether you bought something from me just to throw money at me. I know some of you did that. Don't try to lie to me. I appreciate every bit of it. You guys are what's going to make this a Botcon to remember. And if it's going to be my only one, it's you guys that are going to make it a damn good one. And that I thank you for more than I can ever say. As for the sale itself, yesterday I did get to the post office. I mailed off a ton of boxes. Not all of them. If your box hasn't shipped out yet, or if your box has shipped, then I've given you a message, an email, a PM, something. You've been informed. If you ordered something from me and you have not been informed yet, your box has not shipped off because you presented me some unique challenge in shipping. I either need very tiny boxes to ship off mini-cons, or gigantic boxes, which I have absolutely none of right now. We kind of had a bug problem and had to get rid of most of our cardboard a couple months back, so my stash of boxes gone. So I'm endeavoring to get everything packed and shipped and out. And if you're still waiting on yours to be shipped, I sincerely apologize. Really, you guys overwhelmed me. I never expected to need as many boxes as I do. So, I am endeavoring to get that out. Don't worry. And, now, this isn't a strict thing or anything like that. But I am kind of setting a deadline of, like, Monday. Like either very late Sunday night or Monday morning is when I'm going to tell PayPal, go ahead, send me the check, because I need to make sure it gets here in time and time enough to cash it. So I need to make sure I got that 10 days to make sure it gets here. Because it's like 1 to 2 weeks on their website. I know it doesn't take 2 weeks considering I'm in the US for them, but I don't want to chance it. Right? Because this is most of my Botcon funds. I'm not going to risk it. So, I'm going to have them send me the check on Monday. Whatever's in my PayPal account then gets flushed out and goes off and comes straight to me. If you've been mulling over a purchase, if you've been putting off a payment, or whatever you've been doing, please try to get it in by then, because otherwise it's kind of messy and kind of iffy if I'll have the money in time. But that's no means an end to the sale. I mean, I'm not stopping selling stuff just because of that. I mean, it goes on because I've got another convention after this. I've got another one in July, so one just leads right into another. Looking at the stuff that you guys have bought a ton of stuff. Really, you guys bought out most of the good stuff already. Voyager Megatron Sans Missile, that's still here. Jazz Sans Gun is still here. FAB Ramjet, had a lot of people asking about it. Someone supposed to be sending a payment. I'm waiting to see how that pans out. So that's kind of on hold right now. A couple of Legends are still here. A couple of I'm not even going to mention those because they're Armada and they have none of their parts. But it's in the sales thread. Check the link in the description below this video. That's where you'll find the link to the thread. Anything marked in red is gone. Anything in black is still up for grabs. Tons of Ninja Turtles left over here. The cartoon Leonardo and Michelangelo still here. The Krang, and for those uninformed, it's like this little Krang. It's like normal size action figure, but it's the android body, and it's complete and it's quite rare. That's still here. Yeah, there's still a ton of those here. All the vehicles are still here, though they're in various conditions, so I don't blame you there. If you need Transformer parts or Ninja Turtle parts, I've got a bunch of those listed too. Bunch of old PlayStation 1 Mega Man X games still here. Ton of old Super Nintendo Genesis cartridges still here. I put up my 2 old Game Boys, my Advance and my Game Boy Color, just in case someone wanted any cheap little game system to take around with them anywhere, or if they had kids that they needed to distract for a couple hours. I think I'm going to start bundling that together. You know, $35, take my Game Boy Advance and the 3 games I have for it. You know, $25, take the Game Boy Color and all the games I can dig up. Whatever. For Power Ranger stuff, Ninjor's still here. The Big Lord Zed is still here. Let's see. The Battletops are still here. All the McDonald's toys are still here. Someone asked me if I could take pictures of all the heads off of those. I assume so they could make sure all the paint was still good on them. I haven't got around to doing photos, but I took a look. Very small imperfections on any of them. Most of them are really good, but like Billy's got like one little dab of black off of his visor that's gone, and it's stuff that is like so minor I can't even chalk it up to play damage or anything. It could have been a factory error for all I know. Technically, I'm holding the Terminator 2 and Aliens toys. Those are still here, but kind of tentative. Someone's supposed to be buying them, still waiting. A couple Toxic Crusaders are still here. A few old Marvel toys, and don't expect Marvel Legends level accuracy and articulation with them. They're like the old Toy Biz toys, so they're quite retro in design. The Ronin Warriors. Okay. Oh, I should mention the Street Fighter G.I. Joes are still here. I've got 11 listed there, but I know I've got Zangief somewhere too. I just haven't been able to dig them up. I could swear I saw them too. That actually bugs the hell out of me that, you know, I can't offer up all 12. I wanted to mention the Ronin Warriors real quick. A lot of people message me about those. I know it's a really popular old toy line. If you just want the base figures, I can let you have those pretty cheap. You know, there's 7 in all 5 main characters. The Blue Rio for the Inferno Armor, and Talpa, who kind of comes off looking like some cybernetic Snake Eyes, quite honestly. But other than that, I leave the I have the armor on them, but only because I know a lot of people. I'll say this: none of them have all of their armor. That's unfortunate, but that's how these things go. I mean, those things get lost so easily. But that's the only reason why I have the armor up as well. Now, if you want a list of what pieces are there, let me know. Your closest bet, if you want to buy one that's complete, is probably the Inferno armor for Rio. No swords or anything, but he's the only one that actually has almost all of the armor. It's missing the belt, and that's it. But yeah, if you need the list of the armor that's still there, let me know. I can give that to you. And if you just want the base figures and you don't care about, you know, just how much armor is there, or if you're looking to start a Ronin Warrior collection and you don't mind going hunting after armor bits, whatever your reasoning is, let me know. But just know that they are in that condition. Because I know a lot of people were asking about them, but I think a lot of people were underestimating just how much was missing. And I don't want to deceive anybody on this sale. So that's your update on that. I will say that the sale does have a goal in mind. I do have a target amount of money I want to make off of just selling stuff. I won't tell you what it is, and I won't tell you how close it is. However, I will tell you that if I reach it, I'm going to try and do something very special to thank you guys. Now, whether you bought from me or not, I'm going to make sure that you guys have something awesome will come of it. Trust me, I'll make sure I can do something very cool for you guys in return, because if this Botcon is going to kick as much ass as it looks like it will, it's going to be thanks to you guys. So that I thank you for very much. So that is it for now. If you're still interested in any of the sales stuff, please check out the link. And if you're just waiting for me to post a real video, well, keep waiting. You know, Monday might surprise you. I'm not promising anything, but I kind of am. So stay tuned. Thank you again. And, oh, and if anyone buys anything from me and you're going to be at Botcon, speaking of which, anyone going to Botcon watching this video, I'm going to be thrilled to meet you there. Yeah, just let me know. I'm willing to take things to Botcon to save shipping price. Don't ask me to bring anything to Botcon and thinking, oh, I'll buy it from you there. No, money in hand, and then I'll bring it to you. Because I really do not have room to drag toys with me in the hopes that someone will buy them. So, yeah. I'm all out of things to say. And I'm looking at an imaginary watch now, so even I know that this video has gone way too long. Thank you once again, and keep watching.